Okay guys, good morning. Hi, welcome to VidCon Day 2. Super excited. We are headed to the convention center now. We are running okay, close to being on time. I believe there is like an 11 or 11:30 panel that we were kind of sort of interested, so we weren't in like a huge rush or anything like that to get ready. But we're ready. We are here today. Super excited. Lots of stuff on the schedule though that seemed more like interesting to us than like yesterday's panels and stuff. So yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do today or what we're gonna hit up, but that's the plan right now. We're headed there, and yeah, anyway, that's that, and I will probably check in once we get there. Okay guys, we are here, and we actually got a pretty good little spot to be dropped off this morning. So yesterday was a little different because we were dealing with registration and stuff, but yeah, that's what's going on. That's what we're doing. I'm gonna show you what I'm looking at, which is so exciting. It looks all summery and fun. So anyway, okay, that's that, and I don't know what we're going first or where we're going first. Okay guys, so we just got done with that panel, and right now we are trying to find the less than famous panel, which we can talk about that after we go see it, but that's what we're trying to figure out. We're a little lost. So my sister and dad went to go see Swoozie and Alex Wasabi Tuck, and we were gonna go see the less than famous panel. So anyway, that's what we're doing right now. We're a little lost, so we're trying to find our way, but that's okay, we'll figure it out. Okay guys, so we just got done with the less than famous panel, and we are going to be eating lunch very, very soon. We are over here, kind of back in like the same area as yesterday. There is a cranky baby over there. But anyway, I will fill you guys in on the whole less than famous thing. If you've been around for a little while. Again, I'll check in later. So I'm just checking back in again. We ate lunch, we're over near like the gaming stage again. I figured this would be the best time to vlog because there's not really a lot of music over here. So yeah, interesting. I'll probably do the talking part about the less than famous panel once we're done with here, like done here for the day, just because it'll be a little bit quieter and I can like gather my thoughts a little bit more. But that was pretty interesting, and I have a lot of thoughts, so stay tuned for that. So right now I'm not really quite sure what's going on. I have a meeting with broadband at 5, so in the meantime we're just kind of lingering and doing other stuff. So it's kind of all over the place. We're not really quite sure. We're just kind of roaming and watching, looking around. So anyway, that's that, and I'll check in later. So there's certainly something going on outside. There's like a mob of people. Security's like panicking. So someone's in the parking garage over there and everyone is trying to find them. So we are now officially outside. I think the mob was created by Logan Paul. I'm not quite sure. I just heard his name dropped quite a few times. So again, not quite sure for the mob, but as you can see, the like meet and greet line is starting back here. So it's a little crazy. But right now I just got my little VIP wristband and we're going to be going to one of the big hotels around here to go have my meeting with broadband. So that's where we're headed right now. I'm waiting for a fancy little shuttle to take me. I feel all like fancy because it's this big black van with like tinted windows. But yeah, super excited. That's the plan right now. And then I'll probably check in once I know a little more. Oh, hey mom. Once I know a little more, and then we'll figure out what we're doing later this evening. The bus. It's a little crazy. It's a little crazy. We gotta get there. We're like running close to time. Well, not that bad. It's 4:37. My meeting's at 5. You guys, oh my god. I really hope that was on camera. Me too. So we're back at the convention center. I just got back from my like little meeting thing, and look at who I met. Megan and Josiah, if you guys watched the vlogs from last year, why am I turning away from you guys? If you guys watched the vlogs from last year, they were both in day 3. Was it just day 3?
I think just day 3.
So. Just day 3.
I was commuting.
We sat with you for like 4 hours after VidCon. Stood for 4 hours. So I'm so happy to see their little beautiful baby faces. So I'll have their channels linked. This is Megan Madcrafter and then Josiah, who had that hilarious Target haul that's still like one of my favorite things. Anyway, I'll leave their channels linked down below, so check them out. But I wanted to vlog. God, you guys are like ridiculously taller than I am.
I'm like bending down. So
I can only hold this so high.
I can't get him.
I'll like.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. I feel a lot better about my height.
Yeah,
so
no problem. I'll just get on my knees right now.
Like, there we go.
Anyway, I thought I would vlog with them since we're waiting for a ride right now, and they're gonna go see a movie. So, yes, yay! You guys watched last year's vlog. I showed you the most adorable play button cuttlefish ever, and Megan makes these adorable amigurumi little figurines, and look at this pastel popsicle ice cream cone. This is amazing. This is Megan, by the way. This is the creator, and then of course Josiah. But like, how talented is this? Like, I was telling her I could hot glue anything, but this is like a whole nother skill set. Like, I could never tap into. So thank you so much, Megan. Okay guys, good morning. So I have yet to actually check in yet because the second we got here, we ran upstairs and attended a panel, which was super informative, and I'm really glad that we like pushed to make it. And then basically after that, we walked through the expo a little bit, which I think I did a little recording, can't really remember. But I actually stopped, oh yeah I did, because we stopped at the Jeffree Star booth. I think this one's my bag, yeah. So this is my bag, this is what it looks like. I'm a little bummed I missed Too Faced. I guess they were here like on the first day or something like that. But my sister bought me a couple goodies, and so she bought me the Androgyny liquid lipstick, velour liquid lipstick. And they're having a sale on all of their stuff, and so this is just what that color looks like. Really, really pretty. All of the liquid lipsticks were 15 and the actual lipsticks were 10, which was such a good deal. And then that one looks like this, and that one is in Celebrity Skin. Live unboxing. Whoopsie. Gotta use my chest as a shelf to catch the falling packaging. So then this, sorry, I know you're like, come on, get to it. This is just what that color looks like. So again, another nude shade, but super excited. I'm gonna put this away. So yeah, so then we stopped at that booth, and I think I actually recorded the Ferdinand booth as well, which is I guess a new movie. It's not through Disney or anything like that. I guess it was from the makers of Ice Age, if I read the sign correctly. Ice Age, and I think another one. But they were giving out little flower crown kits so you can make them, but we had to get going. So we took our little kit to go, but look at how cute. It comes with like a little headband, and then there are some white flowers already attached to the headband, and then you kind of twist on the like paper flowers in between the white ones, and you could pick like whatever color you wanted, but girl, you know I picked pink. But yeah, so that's what we have been doing. It's been a little crazy. I couldn't really vlog, like check in face to face with you downstairs because there's music everywhere down there, so that's what's like, we'll go up to the second floor where it's a little bit quieter. I can actually check in and talk to you guys. I did not close out the video last night, but I did write down everything that I wanted to talk about. By the time I got back to the hotel and ate, we were all just exhausted and completely tired. I know I still did like update you guys about like how my meeting went. Where did my phone go? Oh, right here. But I do have like a list of things to talk to you about, and I don't know, I should probably just like wait to do that later. Because we still need to eat lunch. It's 1 o'clock. I know. Hello, welcome to the day today. It's 1 o'clock already. So at 3:30 we have a little Q&A with Todrick that we're gonna go see him. You guys know that we love Todrick. He's just the absolute best. So we're gonna go see that at 3:30. So we have about 2.5 hours to eat and do whatever else we wanted. And then that lasts I think like an hour, so that takes us out to like 4:30. And then I think like the actual like VidCon itself is over by 6, right? So we're gonna be kind of going pretty quickly from like here on out. So I don't know if I will do my little check-in and stuff right now. Oh, but really quickly, while I'm still sitting here, because this is still relevant to currently right now, we were just interviewed by this girl named Mary. She was so sweet and so kind. I need to look up her channel, but I have her card if I could get it out of my backpack. Mary Betsy is her name, and she was doing like a little interview, and I think she's gonna be doing like a montage and stuff like that. So she kind of asked me about my channel, and then she asked me like a bunch of keywords, and then asked for like my reaction based on those like 1 to 3 word reactions. So that was really cool. She was really, really sweet. So check out her channel because I'm going to be too. But yes, that was cool. And I guess apparently I will probably be appearing in a video on her channel. So that was exciting. And also I think my mom and dad too. So what actually caught our attention was my dad's shirt, of course. You know, it says my favorite YouTuber is my daughter. So yeah, that's what's going on. Like I said, it is kind of loud over here because we're right by the escalator, but at least it's not like super loud downstairs. So again, I have so many things to talk to you guys about, but I think I'm just gonna wait just because we have some other things that we need to get going and get done, whatever. But just because we are kind of on a time restraint right now, I think I will just save it for later. But trust me, I have a lot of stuff to catch you guys up on, fill you in on, and also some like crazy stuff that happened yesterday. And whatnot. So yeah, that's kind of it. I know I've been talking for 4 minutes, so fantastic. This has been a very long intro, but hi, welcome to today, the 3rd day of VidCon. So it's always so crazy because I could sit here holding my camera like this forever and no one's gonna look at me weirdly because everybody else around me is walking around talking to a camera. So yeah, it's a great environment to be in because no one's judging you whatsoever. So all different kinds of cameras, setups, all different kinds of vloggers and YouTubers and people who just make online content. It's a really fun like little environment, but it's definitely different than last year. So we can kind of talk about that too later, just as far as like will we come back next year? What did we notice like different from last year? So yeah, I've been keeping like a little running list of notes, so that's awesome. But we have been to some really oh my goodness, we've been to some really like informative panels today and yesterday, so that's super exciting and also fulfilling in and of itself because you definitely feel like you learned something and like you're getting your money's worth for being here. So yes, okay, that's that. We're gonna go over to I think the FameBit Lounge, which is like right down there. It's like FameBit is like a website where you can like get brands and sponsorships and stuff. I've heard about it for years, but both of their panels were super informational and super beneficial to attend this year. So we're gonna head over to their lounge and go check it out. I know it's kind of crazy, so I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to vlog just because music and stuff like that. But yeah, that's where we're headed right now. And then of course, I'm so excited to see Todrick later. We only got to see him and talk to him really briefly at his Straight Out of Oz tour in LA, which as of this point, when I'm at VidCon, those vlogs haven't even gone up yet. So you guys are probably like, what? Well, you guys probably will see them before this stuff goes up. But anyway, we only got to see him very briefly. So I'm excited to go see him, and hopefully we'll get a really good seat so we can be pretty close to the front. So yes, okay, that's the plan. That's where we're headed. I think I've now filled you in for 6 minutes, and that was long overdue. So anyway, okay, let's go. This will probably be our last trip up the escalator for this VidCon trip. We just attempted to go outside. I'll fill you guys in a minute what is going on, what happened. Yeah, so I'm gonna go up here where it's quiet and there's no music playing and discuss. So it has been a while since I've actually checked in. I think the last footage I filmed was actually coming up the escalator, but then the footage before that was a big old sign over at the instant stage saying that Todrick would not be there at 3:30. So basically this is how it went down. We went over there around like 1 o'clock, that wasn't in my face. We went over there around 1 o'clock and we brought our lunch over there and everything, and we were waiting for Todrick. We watched 2 other like interviews from 2 other random people. To be honest, the majority of the crowd that was there was all for Todrick, because when the first guy was done, only a couple people got up and left, and then when the second guy was done, then only a couple more people like got up and left. So I'd say maybe at most 10 people were there strictly for those creators to listen to them talk and be interviewed and stuff like that. So everybody was there for Todrick. So then exactly at 3:30 when he was supposed to be out there, the big old sign popped up that said, I'm sorry, Todrick won't be here at 3:30. Check the schedule for other appearances. So we did, and he was supposed to be, I guess, at the Awesomeness stage tonight around 7 o'clock or something, and he was no longer listed on there either. So when we went to go to the info desk to actually ask questions about why no one was notified, because for the whole like actual VidCon experience, every time there's been a change in the schedule, the VidCon app will notify you and send you like a little notification saying change, or so-and-so's gonna be here, so-and-so's gonna be there. So here there was like a massive change for 2 big events that involved Todrick, and no one was notified. So again, I don't blame Todrick for this at all. That was completely like not his responsibility whatsoever. He's a creator, he does this thing. His is not the logistical part to tell his fans, hey, I'm not gonna be there, because that's not his responsibility at all. So that's how our second day has been. We've only been into 1 panel, which was this morning, and then was right only just 1 panel, or oh, Kaylin and my dad went to a panel, we went to a panel, and then was there any after that? No, I don't think so. We've just been kind of like doing other things and stuff in the meantime. So yeah, a little frustrating, but again, out of our control as well, so there's nothing we can do, I guess, except roll with the punches. So yeah, right now it is currently about 4 o'clock. I'm not really quite sure what our plan is. I know that we have dinner plans with a friend over in downtown Disney. We're going to be having dinner over there. So you will see a change in scenery in this vlog footage, but just to give you a heads up, we're not going to be staying for like the creator party or anything else going on tonight. We have dinner plans with a good close friend that we have not seen in a really, really long time. So that'll be great. I don't know how much that I will actually vlog, but I know I'll be vlogging some, maybe not necessarily the dinner aspect, but at least like going to downtown Disney. So yeah, there's that much. Actually, I probably will film our food and stuff like that, small stuff, but it's been interesting. It's been quite a bit. I feel like right now, I don't think I will talk about all of my like list of stuff, just because this clip has been going for almost 4 minutes. So yeah, it's just been kind of an interesting experience. I don't really know how the rest of this stuff is going to be going, but I do know that there has been quite a bit of chaos. I wanted to film this talking clip out there on the balcony where I was yesterday, but that is all completely locked, and I feel like that is partially due to the fact that there was a huge, like, I guess while we were at our meeting with broadband yesterday, there was like a huge, crazy, like, chaotic experience, like Logan Paul and all of his friends, and like there were some like up on top of one of the balconies. Whether they were supposed to be up there or not, I'm not really sure, but there was like a drone, there was like crazy like security. So I feel like they locked off this balcony, that the creators got this balcony locked off just in case there were going to be any more stunts on the last day, just because that's usually when people start pulling stunts and stuff like that, is on the last day. So pretty interesting. Again, I'm not really quite sure. Yeah, see, more people are trying to get out there and they can't because we're not allowed to. So that's kind of been the plan. It's been an interesting little day, and I'm not really quite sure what we're going to do with the rest of our time here, but I don't think that we're going to be here much longer. So there's that. I guess once we decide to actually do something or move from this spot, I will definitely let you know, but I will fill you guys in when I've got like better lighting and stuff like that, with the rest of my thoughts and kind of what we did yesterday with the rest of the day. So that's that for now. I will check in with you guys in a little bit and tell you what's going on from there. just met Candy Johnson. She's right back there in the red top. I'll insert our picture right here, but there's copyright music, so I'm gonna quickly end this. But I just met Candy Johnson. That's like literally crazy. We made it to downtown Disney and we're going to be eating at Tortilla Joe's, which is right behind me. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go into the Wonderground. I know there's like somebody talking on a speaker, but I'm gonna go into the D Street Wonderground Gallery and look for those really cute figurines. I actually don't know if I've talked about this, but they're from an artist named Jared Mariuama. I'm sorry if I'm like butchering it, but he's an amazing artist. He made that really cute Disney phone case that I got a couple Christmases ago. My sister surprised me with it. But he's an amazing, talented artist, and he did like the electrical parade like little rendering and stuff for like the annual pass holder stuff, but they're selling little figurines, so I'm gonna go see if they have any more. I know they've been kind of selling out here and there, so I'm gonna go over there and see if they have any. I think I'll buy a couple. They're like little mystery ones, so you don't really know which one you're getting, but I really want the castle. But anyway, I think that's where I'm gonna go. Oh, and the Dole Whip. But that's where I'm gonna go over, and I'm gonna go see if they have any. So while we're waiting for our table, we're gonna head over there and we'll see what we can get into. So we made it to the restaurant right now. Sorry for that glare. We are upstairs at Tortilla Joe's on the outside patio, which is so cool. Right back there you can see a bunch of fun stuff, and then right like in front of me across the way is the Build-A-Bear workshop and stuff like that. So you can see like the Lego stores back there and all that good stuff. But we're gonna be having dinner soon. Our friend should be arriving very, very shortly. I went into Wonderground. They said that the Kingdom of Cute Vinyl have been sold out for like 5 days. So little bummed. They said to check back. They're not quite sure if they're going to be restocked or not, but they gave me the number for merchandising if I wanted to call. But they did have some really, really cute postcards. I think I might go back and get. But anyway, yeah, that's just kind of what we're doing right now. We're gonna take a look at the menu. The last time we were here at Tortilla Joe's was a year ago. It was after day 2, the night of after the second day. We came here that night, which was so cool. And I actually met a subscriber, Kiara, which was so awesome. They were literally seated like a table over from us. It was crazy. But yeah, I have so many things to catch you guys up on and fill you in on. It's literally killing me. Right after VidCon, once we left. Oh, which, by the way, I don't even know if I filmed this or not, but I literally met Candy Johnson. We were at the Disney booth, the Oh My Disney booth, and we were taking a boomerang. I think my like hair is looking a little weird. And my mom had suggested that we stop there. They were like, come on, let's do a boomerang. So we did stop, and thankfully we did, because right after that, Candy Johnson walked up with her kids and her mom and like a security guard, and she was so sweet. And I was saying to her like, oh my gosh, yesterday I saw you at my meeting with broadband. You were in the room like pretty much the whole time, but I was in a meeting and I was like freaking out like internally. And she was so sweet. She like took pictures with us, just literally so genuinely nice and just like patient. You know, she took the time of day to like stop and give hugs and take pictures and talk to us. Literally just one of the nicest people I've met. So anyway, yeah, okay, I've got so many more stories I have to tell you guys because this place has been crazy. Oh, and by the way, it's super weird walking around. I don't know, Dad, I know you have food in your mouth, but if you see my dad's shirt, it's my favorite YouTuber is my daughter, and my sister's wearing the my sister one. But walking around VidCon, this is like a normal thing. Like no one else has shirts like that, but it's not like anything weird, and no one really questions it because everybody that's there, they do YouTube or they're, you know, fans of other YouTubers. So it's just crazy to like walk around downtown Disney and people are like staring or reading or asking more information or wanting business cards, which is great, but it's just been a totally different experience. Okay, we're gonna order now and then I will check back in. Okay guys, so it has been a little while since I've actually checked in. So basically the last clip you saw was we were leaving Tortilla Joe's. So basically I never even ended up like filming my food, but that's okay. It was just a burrito. It was nothing like spectacularly gorgeous or anything like that. It was a burrito. But anyway, yeah, so we had dinner with one of our good friends that we haven't seen in quite a while. So that was really, really great. And of course I'm just not gonna like bust out the vlog and be like, hey, let me shove this in your face. So anyway, yeah, that was super fun. So we just sort of hung out, talked and chatted and whatnot, but we're back at our hotel. It's pretty late. My eyes are super dry. So yeah, anyway, I literally just did the dumbest thing ever, because this is like where I was going to update you with like the stuff that I've been wanting to tell you, and I legit started a update on my phone and now I can't access my notes. So I tried to write down as much as I could remember from that list and just sort of touch on it. And then of course, if there's anything that I like forgot that I felt like I really needed to put in like my vlogs and stuff like that, I will definitely talk about it in my Disney vlogs tomorrow. So okay, first things first. So to start with, yesterday, the farthest I could think back was when we went to the Less Than Famous panel. So here are my thoughts, and let me just kind of briefly like summarize this whole ordeal. So last year I went to a panel and I never said the name of it, and I just said I was really disappointed. It was just a very like entitled like vibe from it, and I just really didn't care for it. So I never ended up filling out the survey that like asked how like my experience was, because I was like, you know what, I feel like I'll just audition next year and maybe I can hopefully change some minds and maybe like give a different spin and positive outlook to being a smaller creator, which I love, because I feel like I have more of like a connection and stuff. So anyway, that's why I decided to audition. That's why you guys probably saw the audition video on my channel. So this year I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna watch it, and I'm just gonna kind of see if anything has changed. So it was still not that great of a panel in my opinion. I'm sorry, but like it just, this time it was just really negative, and I just did not care for that. It was it's a little hard to explain. Like you have to sit through it and like get the vibe from people and like see how they're talking about YouTube, how they're like explaining their experiences and stuff. So like I said, last year was super entitled, and they were like, you know, I feel like if a bigger YouTuber watches my videos, like they should give me a shout out. And I'm like, first and foremost, no one owes you any sort of shout out or anything like that. So that's kind of how the vibe was this year. This one was just very negative and kind of just putting other people down and like their content and stuff like that. So of course I disagreed with it again. And I think that's just super frustrating, because I don't want that like mentality to be something that's like gonna carry on. I think YouTube is what you make it. If you make it a positive place, it's gonna be a positive place. So I did have an issue. I'm sorry, and maybe I'll get flack from this, or maybe if I decide to audition next year, they're not gonna pick me because of that. But that's okay, because I feel like honestly that is just not like a healthy way to be on YouTube. Like if you're on YouTube just for views and just for like notoriety, or you want to be famous or whatever, like then that's not really the right intentions of doing this. If you're doing this to become like super famous, and the reason the panel is called Less Than Famous is because it's people with a smaller audience and talking about the positives, like the positives of being a smaller creator and what are the upsides and how you know, what have you gotten out of this. So anyway, yeah, I know I'm fixing my hair a lot, but it's just bothering me. So yeah, very interesting. Didn't care for it again, and I'm just kind of frustrated. So I thought like it might be the same girl who was running it as last year, but it was actually a different girl. So anyway, besides the point, it still was very frustrating, to sum it up. So then the next one after that, so then I believe I had my meeting with Broadband, which I legit still have my like little bracelet on. So that went really well. So basically, well, actually there was a little bit of chaos to get there and get back, but basically to get there I had to, I thought that like the lounge thing, like the VIP lounge or whatever for Broadband, was at the convention center. So I finally checked my email and I was like, okay, where am I going for this? And it was like, you have to go get your wristband and then you have to take the shuttle, and I'm like, what? I have to go like to an offsite hotel. That was crazy. So yeah, basically that's what ended up happening. We were like trying to find the little transportation circle desk, and then he was able to get me my wristband and everything like that. Then we had to line up for the shuttle, and then we had to let a shuttle go in front of us because it was full. So anyways, we took the second shuttle. We got there and I'm like, oh, praise Jesus, I hope we make it in time. Like I was just happy that like if we had waited one more, I probably wouldn't have made it on time. But so we get to the hotel or whatever, and very interesting. So I walk in and the representative wasn't at the table, so it said call a number. So I called the number. She came out and got me. She's like, oh, you already have a wristband. You could have just come back. But she was super sweet. So basically we get there and they're like, they like took like a ballroom and then they made it into like a lounge. It was really crazy. There was like sheer curtains, there was like a masseuse in the corner, they had like a bar, they had like Dippin' Dots, they had like a large game of Connect 4, large game of Jenga. There's definitely an internet on, or a picture on their Instagram. I didn't take any pictures or vlog because when I walked in, there was a sign that was like, you know, just please respect like the other creators, like privacy, you know, please no selfies or autographs in the hallway. So instantly I was like, okay, put the camera away. So I didn't record anything or take any pictures like that, but I did see some big creators, which was crazy. I definitely saw, I saw Lord DIY, I saw Alex Wasabi, and then for like the majority of my meeting inside the Broadband Lounge, Candy Johnson was in there, and I was like internally freaking out, like trying to like stay focused at the same time. And then I also saw like some of like Jake Paul's friends and stuff like that in the hallway, but it was madness and crazy, and there was like other networks and stuff there, other agencies. So that was definitely like a whole nother world experience over there. So that was definitely crazy, but the meeting went well. Certainly asked a lot of questions. Of course, networks and stuff like that, it's kind of like an up and down for some people. Some people it's a really, really positive thing and beneficial. Some it's not the best fit. So I think it's just finding that balance in between, and I think that'll come, you know, if I get a contract and I can kind of outweigh the odds and see stuff like that. So yeah, in time it will tell, but I definitely appreciate Broadband reaching out and inviting me to their pre-party and having the meeting and all that good stuff. So it was certainly a fun experience to add to like the VidCon thing. I think it certainly added to everything. So that was great. But then after the meeting, it was crazy because we went outside to go catch the shuttle to go back, and they run like very frequently. But we got there and it was just like a glob of people. And so when the first shuttle came, everybody just stormed it, and I was like, okay, people showed up after me, but they still got on the first shuttle. So then the second shuttle came around, and like a group of people who were there, they had all of their friends, and again they shoved on. And so finally I looked at the guy that was like running this like whole thing, and I was like, do you want us to like start a line maybe, and like this would be a little easier, because it takes like 15 people I think at a time or something. He's like, yeah, actually that would be great. And I'm like, thank goodness, I'm gonna bring some like order to the to this line, because I've now had to pass on 2 shuttles because I'm not gonna like fight somebody for a seat. Like that's not gonna happen. So started a line, and then of course the guy that was like in charge of us, he went on break, and so he like made sure to tell the new guy, look, they were first, they've been waiting the longest. So he, that guy was definitely like sticking true to the other guy's word that like we were there first. So when the next shuttle came, there were people who didn't want to wait in line, like they were way too good for it. And of course these people were like network execs and like, you know, things like that. So that was like a little frustrating, because I'm like, look, I understand that like you like manage a bunch of people and you're probably like, you probably have a lot of money, but like at the same time we all need to be respectful, and we all like are equal here as far as like waiting for a seat to get back to VidCon on the shuttle. So this woman was like, I've been here the longest, and I literally looked at her, I was like, actually, girl, you walked up after us. And she's like, oh yeah, you're right. And I'm like, yeah, like first off, I'm not gonna fight with you, but like don't go blatantly lying to the guy just so that you can get on the shuttle quicker, because you didn't want to wait with the other regular people in the line. So that was a little frustrating, but again, I'm like, I'm not gonna just like sit back and be quiet either. Like, you need to wait with everybody else. I'm sorry. End of story. So yeah. So that's how that went. So it was definitely like an experience. I couldn't like vlog that much, so I think I vlogged like in the bus going there, or in the shuttle, and then I don't even remember what I filmed going out. But again, I was like I don't want to pull my camera out because like the sign and stuff like that, but I just wanted to be respectful of other people's spaces and things like that. I didn't want anyone to feel like uncomfortable. So left the camera in the backpack. So yeah, it was really neat though. It was really cool. I got some Dippin' Dots and water, and we got to kind of experience that. And so thank you so much, Broadband. That was awesome. And I definitely look forward to seeing what the future holds. So yes, okay, that is that point. But okay, yeah, so now after that whole experience happened, while we were away, there was like a huge chaos and commotion that happened. So basically Logan Paul, I talked about his brother just a minute ago, Jake Paul, he apparently hid like $3,000 like around the venue somewhere for somebody to find. So that was part of the chaos. And then like he went out into like the crowd out in front, so then there was like a big like mob scene, and he was like standing in the fountain, and there was like all these things, and I think his friends got kicked out or something. I don't even know. There was just like a bunch of drama, but there was just people and kids everywhere, and I'm so glad that we missed that. So basically my dad and sister were back at VidCon while we went to go to the meeting, and so they got to see a little portion of it, but there was like a drone flying or something. It was just absolute madness. I think my sister took some pictures. I know her phone doesn't have as much space as mine, so I will definitely look through her photos and see if I can like add any in here or if she had any like video footage or anything, but they hung out at the expo hall and stuff like that and did more fun stuff while we were gone doing adult meeting things. So yeah, they certainly had fun. I think my sister might have vlogged on her phone. Again, I'm not really sure. I'd have to go double check, but yeah, that was crazy and chaos. So then today when I went to go stand out on the balcony on the second floor to go vlog, I think I touched on this, they had it completely blocked off, and I think that was because Logan's entourage or something was like up on like the third level balcony, and so I think they just were trying to prevent any like chaos or like pranks or anything like that on the last day. So frustrating that we all kind of got that. Oh, I think my phone's almost done updating. Yay! Oh, yes, okay. Okay, so the meeting, yes. Okay, the big YouTubers at the hotel, the Logan chaos, okay. Dad and Kaylin update, I guess just saying like what they did while we were gone. And then yesterday, last night, by the time we got done, and I saw Megan and Josiah yesterday at the end of the day, which was awesome. It was so good to see them before we came back, but basically we came back to our hotel because we were exhausted and we were gonna go to downtown Disney, but we ended up not. We just got food and ate in our hotel and we were so tired. So I apologize for not vlogging, but I figured since yesterday and today's footage would be together, that it'd be okay because I could still fill you in and stuff like that. And I was looking a hot mess yesterday. I was not having a good eyelash day, so that was certainly frustrating. So I apologize. I was like, it's okay, I'll just do it tomorrow. And let's see. Yeah, I think that's basically it, but I did have other things on my other list that was not on my phone list. So last year we had community passes, whereas like this year, I don't even know where, oh yeah, here we go. This year we were on the creator level, which was awesome. So I think I touched on this a little bit, but we got to like escape to the second floor if it was just chaos downstairs, and we got to go to like some more meaningful panels that were actually like beneficial. They weren't just like Q&As and things like that. So that was super cool, and I definitely feel like I learned a lot from the panels and things that I went to as far as like helping with my channel and everything. But it was really interesting because last year we certainly got more out of like the vendors aspect that were downstairs in the expo hall rather than like the panels that were available for the community level ticket holders and stuff like that. So this year there were like a lot less vendors, which was crazy because like last year they had like networks had their own booths, they had like actual like people who had YouTube channels had their own booths, and this year there really wasn't a lot of that. So it was certainly interesting and certainly a different vibe compared to last year. So last year, like I said, I think we learned a lot from the vendors, and this year I feel like we learned a lot from the panels. So as far as next year goes, I'm not really quite sure what the plan is. I think it just kind of depends on where I'm at, where my YouTube channel is at in a year, and we'll just kind of go from there. We've had our tickets for a while, since like February or March or something like that. We got them pretty early this year just because we were concerned we didn't want to end up with community passes again. I know that sounds bad, but like we wanted to be able to go to some of the panels for creators and stuff like that. So yeah, it was pretty interesting. I don't really know what's going to happen next year as far as like what's going to be available or who's going to be there, things like that, but we'll see. It totally depends on where I'm at, what's going on, and the current situation, I guess, to depend on if we're going to go next year or not. I feel like I have completely covered everything that I possibly could, that I feel like I've like left out of the vlog or anything like that. And again, if I remember anything, be sure to check tomorrow's vlog. Well, I think it's like after midnight at this point, but we're going to be in the parks tomorrow. So tomorrow's vlog and then like our last day here, that will be in a separate vlog. So if you want to see that and possibly see if I have any more info or updates or anything like that, definitely check that out. And I'll be interested to see if there's any YouTubers at DCA and Disneyland tomorrow, because I know last year they weren't. They all went during VidCon and everyone went on Sunday thinking that everybody would be there, but they had already been. So I've heard Swoozie is going to be there, and I really love Swoozie. I've watched his videos for years, so if he's there I will totally like geek out again. But yeah, so just kind of interesting. We'll definitely see, so definitely stay tuned for tomorrow's vlog, since we will be back in Disneyland, which is really exciting. Again, we are in downtown Disney tonight, so that was just like a little teaser, and of course we were there with our friends, so you know, we weren't there to like go party in the park or anything like that. So yes, okay, I think that's all I have for today's footage. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I've been chatting your ear off, but it was a long overdue fill you in and catch up. It's been interesting. Like I said, there hasn't been a lot to record because, like I said, the vendors were smaller this year, and like the panels, like you can only film so much of the panels. Like it's just, after a while you're probably like, I am tired, this is boring. So yeah, lots of like businessy sides of stuff. So I hope I was able to get a good amount of footage that was still entertaining and informational too. That's basically it. yeah, it's been a crazy whirlwind of 3 days. Like, these 3 days have flown by. So super excited for it tomorrow for Disney Day, but I am exhausted today. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. That way you'll be notified when I post new videos. And if you guys want to follow me on any of my social media pages, I have Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. I'll leave all my little handles right down here. As always, I have been using all 3 platforms this trip, so that's very promising and exciting, and I'm sure I'll be using it tomorrow, of course, once we're in Disneyland. So if you want to follow me on any future trips or anything like that, yeah, definitely feel free to follow me on any of those. But that is all. That's all the information I think I have for this video. So thank you guys seriously again so much for watching and all your support. I really, really appreciate it. So yeah, thank you. I love you, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's vlog.